There are many people who feel shy about writing. Writing is a basic life skill which is and which will be used in future also as very useful tool for a successful life. It was commonly believed that writing is a natural gift and it's not possible for everybody to write. But research has proved otherwise. According to new research, writing is a skill that can be learned. It's a skill like driving, like cooking, like typing, like cycling, or anything. A skill always can be learned. Writing is a very useful and important tool, as I have earlier told you, for expression, for communication in every field of life. Whether you are a teacher, you are a writer, you are working in some office or doing some business, everywhere you need these two things, expression and communication. And when we say communication, here not only verbal communication but written communication is also important. When we say that writing is important and it is for communication expression, and that means always some expression or communication has some purpose. Whenever you write, you have a purpose. Means it is for education, it's for information, it's for entertainment, it's for pursuing somebody, it's for just giving your information about your well-being, etc. There are three major categories of writing. I think the remaining types of writing falls under these categories. The first one is expressive writing. In expressive writing, writers communicate their thoughts, their feelings, their personal uh, emotions, their personal history, their diary, and even a letter to a friend is also expressive writing, where you want to express yourself. Another is informative. A writer not only expresses himself but also conveys information as well. Information writing explains how something works or how to do something, what something looks like, how two things are different or alike, cause of an event or outcome. Information writing typically uses facts, examples, and statistics. Most writings we encounter are informative, but the typical example of the informative writing can be flippers on or labels of nutritional food container or some packet of medicine. Likewise, textbooks. These are a typical kind of informative writing. Mind it that informative writing, these are typical things which are like we can say that mathematics. And the third one is persuasive writing. Persuasive writing differs from expressive and informative writings because it attempts to change a reader's mind, opinion, or convince a reader to take a particular action or particular stand or to follow a certain kind of idea or behavior. Editors of newspaper, advertisement, columns, news analysis are typical examples of persuasive writing. Now we come to the steps of writing. First step is selection of topic or subject. When you are going to write anything, first think of a subject. On what subject you are going to write. Decide what aspect or angle on which you are writing. As all the subjects have got many aspects, so conceive idea first. For example, you are going to write on education. There are so many aspects of education, from teaching methods and education system to admission system to examination system, from government side supervision, and even the issue of the community funds, how many are allocated for the education, etc. So you have to decide the your aspect or angle of your topic. This topic we will discuss in another video, that is how to narrow down the topic. The second step is information taking. Writing always needs information, facts, ideas, and opinions. So collect information, material about the topic or subject. There are there are four sources of information collection. First is observation. Observation means to personally see a thing, a place, or some location or site. This is to visit something. Mean this is what you can see, what you can feel, what you can conceive after looking, after seeing anything, that is observation. The second one is primary data. Primary data means uh, facts, information, opinion collected directly through interviews from the sources, surveys, etc., plus a personal observation, as I told you. This is all which you have yourself done, and the primary data is always unpublished. This is personally collected by the writer or the author of the second one is secondary data. Secondary data means what already have been written, published in books, magazines, newspaper, video, audio, or any form. That is all is done by somebody else. You can take some benefit from it, you can take background from it, but provided you should attribute, you should quote, you should refer that piece of secondary data. The last one in the source is documents. Documents means notification or record which is generally lying in some office or some other place. Documents mean when you are going to write some story, some article, some feature, or anything. If it is supported with some document, that will enrich your writing. The third step is know your reader. Before start writing, know your reader. Who is your reader? What are his or her interests? What he already knows about the topic? What your reader want to know? How your reader will feel about your topic? We can take an example. You are a student of a university, and you are telling about your university to your small brothers or nephews, that what is university. That will be a quite different style, different approach, and so many things will be changed. And when the same thing you are going to tell your parents, that will be quite a different approach, and you will be going to address the thing differently. Likewise, same about the same topic when you are going to tell your friends, that will be altogether different way. The fourth thing is discussion. Discussion means brainstorming about the primary and secondary data which you have collected. This normally occurs in group discussion, with a group with senior, with in charge or teacher or expert. Most of the time, it also becomes source of information gathering because they are senior, they have already read or researched or seen uh, the things which which are about your topic. So they might have some information which you are unable to collect for one or the other reason. During brainstorming or discussion, this process filters your writing, refines your writing, and verifies your information, and further refines your information. Now, after your information gathering and your brainstorming, here comes uh, a stage when you have to construct an outline or structure of your writing. Normally, every piece of writing has three major parts. One is introduction, number two is body, and number three is end or conclusion. This is very general to every building, every man writing piece can have. But here you should further explain, specify your outline. Means in introduction you should give some more uh, points, 3 to 4 points. In body, you should also put some 4 to 5 points. At end or conclusion, you should also add some 3 points so that it can be more featured, more structured outline. Now you are ready for writing, so start writing. This stage is termed as drafting. Drafting means this is a rough draft which can be further polished, which can be further uh, given finished uh, things. Revise, recheck your writing. That idea has been fully expressed, conveyed, material collected has been properly incorporated, or it needs further investigation. That is information gathering exercise. Also, mind it that spell check, grammar check, and language check are must. Because if there are spelling mistakes, if there are grammatical mistakes, if there's bad language, that will destroy your article, and all the labor, all the hard work you have done will go in vain. Here comes also a point that also see that the format which you are writing or for which you are assigned is being followed or not in your writing. Now comes another further step. Uh, when you have finished your writing, when you have revised it yourself, it's better to give some senior, some teacher, or some person who is who has more writing experience, so that he can further polish it, can refine it. It's better to share with him. The last stage is coming to the sharing and publication. Now it's ready for publication. You can send it for publishing in the newspaper, in the magazine, on the website, or anything for which you have decided. And it, there are some instructions for writing. Always observe paragraphs. Paragraphing is must. It breaks the writing piece in different stages. It will so it makes easy for reader to read. Every new idea, every new fact, etc. should start with a fresh paragraph. The sentences should be simple and short. Use words which convey the sense or meaning easily. Mind it, for effective and popular writing, you need reading, analytical and critical eye for keen observation and interaction with the people. Hope after following this strategy, you will start your journey in writing. Best of luck.